Greetings. This is Bishop Dr. Ethan Ogletree. This is podcast on Good Flow. Our scripture, John 7:38, out of your bellies flow like rivers of water. And I'm going to tell you, at this particular season, it appears and it'll make you feel that you've started out with goals, your resolution. You was going to lose this kind of weight. You was going to get this done. And guess what? It hadn't happened yet. Watch this. Today I want to teach on or just talk to you quickly. Trust is a must. That you got to trust what you're doing, trust God, trust yourself, and trust that the process is going to work out and it's going to work out for your good. One of my favorite passages is Proverbs 3 and 5. And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and watch this, lean not to your what? Own understanding. Certain things have been calculated, but God allows us to execute it and navigate it as he gives us directions to make us better for the future. And we have to trust the process. You might need to write that down. Trust the process. It'll come out better. And listen, communication plus trust equals a relationship that will last a lifetime. In trust and relationships, I must do better in my communicating. I'm working on that. I'll pray you work on that. I'm doing it at home. I'm doing it at the church. I'm doing it with family, friends, because I need to get them to trust me. I need to trust myself, and I need to trust what I'm hearing. I need to trust you. It's not just a one-way street on trust. In 2023, I taught on this subject matter. Watch this. Trust is learned. I said trust is learned, is earned, and trust is stern. It allows me to speak back into your life. Did I really hear that? You didn't keep your word. It's earned. I think every day we earn a level of trust on the job with people, friends. Trust is learned. Listen, if someone is late, they will always be late, always making excuses. You learn, can I trust you? If not, I don't need to put you in several positions. Henry Cloud, his book, I think it's a great book. It's about trust. I would read it. It is a good book for you to put in your bookstore. Look at this. It takes two to make trust work. It's not just a one-person assignment. It takes two. And for this next move, you need to work on it. I need to work on it. How do I trust you? How do you trust me? How do we trust the situation? One of the things that is taking place in our country today is people and young people have a hard time trusting the chronological mature, but our government. And we need to work on building a country and building a world that makes it better for them, because it takes two. How do we do that? We got to admit that it takes courage to trust someone else with your life and dreams. That's a major step. I'm trusting you that the economy is going to be right. I'm trusting you that you're not going to waste this or blow this, and it takes two. Even if we've been hurt before, even if it makes us step out of our comfort zone, we got to work on trusting. We got to work on it. That's why consistency is important for you to trust. You have to develop that. You need to speak that into the person's life that you're dating, marrying, or working with, or serving with, whatever capacity. Hey, I need consistency. I work better when you tell me yes or no, or you give me details, not part of the information. Because trust, watch this, people, is the foundation for every relationship. It is never fun. I've seen it happen. To get your heart broken or to be let down because of a promise when the person couldn't even do it. Every partner should build trust by being reliable to fulfill the relationship. What is this relationship? What is our commitment? What is our covenant with each other? Several things. I'm going to let you go. Number one, trust God for everything. Everything. Now, I'm saying that because we should trust God for everything. I'm laughing. The dollar bill says, "In God we trust." Our country says that. But so easily we become blinded by people or circumstances and we mess up. Our faith is trusting God, simply trusting God. It's simple. It might seem simplistic, but it's a standard. I trust God. I love people. I love God more. Trust is believing who he is, and I'm going to believe God, and I'm going to say that, and I'm going to work with you, but I'm going to keep reminding you, I'm going to love you, I'm going to hang out with you, but it's all about God. Trusting God is an intimate relationship. Trusting God is where I get wisdom. It's where I get knowledge. He'll give it if I trust him. Remember, not to my own understanding. I want to know what he knows so I know how to treat you better. I know how to go in this direction. I can determine what level I become. I need to trust him to know the process. This storm could really be for my good. Trust is the connection in human relationships. I once heard that a relationship with no trust is like a car without gas. You can drive it, but it would not go anywhere. You can get behind the wheels. You can pretend it's starting up, but if there's no gas in it, it's not going anywhere. Trust is one of the most important things in a relationship. It won't work. Now, I didn't say perfection. I didn't say people won't hurt your feelings. I'm talking about trust. If you don't trust each other, you're going to have some problems. Watch this. Couples, jobs, co-workers, church members, friends. I need you to write these things down. Be authentic. Don't be a copycat. Be transparent. Hey, I missed it. Tell the truth. You, on the other hand, opposite of that person, be understanding. Because anybody could have missed it. Anybody could have misunderstood. Be truthful. Man, that really hurt me. I thought you meant it this way. I missed it. Be open. Can we talk without you twisting the story? Can we talk about it without you manipulating? Can we talk about it? And can I accept what really made you mad, but can you accept that I missed it? My environmental development wasn't like yours. And I think that's what's happening with two different generations or three, that some don't know what the older generation went through, and the chronological mature cannot understand where the young people are. And that divide there hurts the trust level for both sides. Number 3, write it down. Trust even when the assignment is difficult. Now, I'm working this job and I don't like this job. I'm doing this. I went to school for that and this is not working out. but what is the reason that the Lord has you there? Who could you help, and who can you learn from? I think loss helps us learn lessons, meaning I could lose this, but I'm still learning. So if that's true, this difficulty that I'm dealing with helps develop my character. It helps shapes me. It helps frame me. Trust, watch this, is facing temptation by walking in faith instead of sight, assuming that it can cost you a great relationship, meaning I thought this person was going to help me, but it was never their intention. You were only there to assist them get to a level, but trust what God put in you and it'll help you. That's why you got to know the difference between who's an associate and who's a companion, who's an associate and who's a friend. Because sometimes we misplace our trust, and it was never meant to be there with them. It was only to work with them, support them based on what we're partnering with, because they are not the ones that could bless us back. Trust is built on trustworthiness. This goes back to you earn it. Trustworthiness is when you can be stern with a person. Listen, man, that made me mad when you did that. And they still come back to you. They still call you back. People work to keep trust going. It is a job to make somebody trust you. It is a job to keep it up. It takes effort. It takes effort to keep building trust. I'll leave you with this, and I think this is going to bless you. I might finish today. Trust is the ability to keep God first. I'm going to start with God, but let me tell you, some of this stuff throw us off, man. Come on, man. I'll be a witness on that. I'm testifying now. I throw myself off. Difficulties, watch this, you got to accept it, are part of the process. Difficulties will have its own season. Whoever you are, this year is going to be a great year, 2024, but there's going to be some difficult days, difficult weeks, difficult months. There's going to be some difficult signs, but these are some things you got to work on. Work on communication. God, I'm talking to you. God, I need this. Who you got me connected to? Y'all need to know I'm working with God. I'm believing God for this. And if you don't believe that with me, then that's okay. But don't drain my energy. Commitment that God, I'm going to show up and do this every day. I'm going to show up and keep this working and work it out. Beware of conspiracy everywhere. There's some people will conspire against you. There's some people who don't want your relationship to work, not just marriage, but friendship. There's some people jealous of how God has blessed you. So you gonna keep the communication open, but you want to discern what you listen to, but you want to be careful who you commit to, because you want to know the conspiracy is real against you. That's why marriages need to be careful who you put in them. That's why friendships, you need to be careful who you put them in. I've made bad business decisions because I did like somebody, but they were not a good business thinker. And that messed up the relationship. You must work in agreement. Amos 3:3. Cannot two walk together unless they agree to do so? And can the two of us depend on God? And the last, this is it. Trust God for the manifestation of your miracle. For your, watch this, marriage. For your friendship. For your business. You got to work on that. We develop emotional fatigue in relationships based on longevity. based on one person probably putting in more than the other for a long time. But guess what? We need to thank God that he never has emotional fatigue with us, that we can trust him. And we want to prove to him that he could trust us. The trust test is in Genesis 22. Abram, who we know as Abraham, brought his one and only son to God to sacrifice. And man, I'm telling you, he carried him up the mountain, left the servants behind. He had the fire and the wood, and he had the knife. His son says, "Where's the sacrifice?" And only till he got to the top, he strapped his son down and he raised his knife. And the theophany of God spoke from him and spoke to him and told him, stay his hand. God was testing the trust that Abram had for him. And I leave you with that. We can trust God, but can God trust us? God bless you. Have a great month. Have a great year. Get back up. Let's go get it. Trust the process. Take care. Good flow.